Hello, it's me you're looking for. I can see it in your eyes. Hi guys, welcome back to
Petite Perspective. I'm Elise.
Oh, I'm Georgia.
I was going to say you are.
I was going to say, welcome.
And this week's video
Yeah.
is a reading vlog, but we thought we'd intro it.
Because we don't normally intro our reading vlogs, do we?
Not really. Not we're together.
Together forever.
This week's video, we are doing
something fun.
Yeah.
A fun reading
We're
vlog.
reading our highest and lowest on our TBRs.
Goodreads TBRs.
So
we've added all our books to our Goodreads TBRs on our want to read section. If you guys don't use Goodreads to track your books, then you definitely should. And we are going to read the lowest versus the top rated books on our TBR.
The lowest versus the highest is what she means.
Versus the highest rated books on our TBRs. So, the lowest book on my TBR is, can you guys see that? Can you show it? Is Never by Jessa Hastings, which I am so shocked when I put this in that this is my lowest rating, because guys, I'm so looking forward to reading this.
And what is the rating?
3.5? So I must have like quite high books.
Oh yeah,
3.24.
So that's quite high, whereas my lowest rated book...
What is it?
Is... I don't even know how it ends. 100 Other Girls by Iman Hariri-Kia.
Do you have it, or are you going to download it on your
Kindle?
What's the average rating of that?
2.92.
Wow.
It's so low, isn't it?
That's so low.
But it's apparently says, for fans of Devil that Wears Prada and the bold type comes a smart modern story about the shifting media landscape and one Middle Eastern American writer finding her place in it. So we'll see. I think it's probably like, there apparently is a hot IT guy. Oh, is this gonna?
It's definitely going to be smutty.
Oh.
At least it's not a smutty book girl. So those are our lowest rated, and then our highest rated is...
Drum roll, please.
So my highest rated, unsurprisingly, is Redeeming 6 by Chloe Walsh. So Redeeming 6 is the fourth book in the Boys of Tommen.
So you've got to read the other
So
two.
I've got to read... Or what I might do is just read the Boys of Tommen book. Because basically my top rated books are all the Boys of Tommen books.
Oh, okay, so right.
So I'm
it doesn't really...
but that one isn't out yet, so I don't know why that's in the rating.
It's probably like a...
Yeah,
my top one is Funny Story.
Oh really? It's so weird.
Now.
So yeah, the Boys of Tommen series is my highest rated, and that is rated 4.64. That is a good old rating. So I am currently 28% through the second book in the Boys of Tommen series. So what I might do is read the second, and then if I get onto the third one, which is actually the second one, the fourth one is the top one.
Oh right.
But they're not like 300-page books. They're like 700-800-page books. So
it's a lot.
We'll see.
And my top one is Fourth Wing at 4.6. Yeah, so this is just a little reading vlog. Read our highest and lowest.
Yeah, so read our, and we'll see if they're actually low or they're actually great.
Yeah.
Right. We are about to start our most highly rated book on Goodreads. That's in my TBR list. And it is Fourth Wing. I think Georgia rated this 5 stars. Everyone seems to love it. Not sure how I'm going to get on with this, because when I checked on my phone earlier, it said it was going to take me like 19 hours or something to read it. 19 hours. At the minute, I haven't got an answer, because it just says it's learning my reading speed. But once I do, I'll give you a little show so you can see exactly what it is. Okay, it's not that bad. 13 hours and 24. Here we go. Okay, the number keeps going up. I was on 16 hours something. I'm now on 18 and a half. So, yeah. This is going to be a long ride.
Good morning. I'm sorry that was so over enthusiastic for how I actually feel. But today's a good day because I finished the Hunger Games last night, which was just on my TBR, but today I'm going to start filming for our Goodreads highest and lowest. Obviously the lowest book on my Goodreads, I'm going to start with the lowest because I'm actually so excited about it. This gets an average rating of like 3.5 stars. This is obviously Elisa's copy because look at those beautiful annotations. But I don't know about you guys, but I am so in a Jessa Hastings slump after finishing Magnolia Park's Into the Dark. So I am actually so excited to have a little bit of Jessa in my life again. And even if this is the lowest rating book, I'm going to put that to the test because I am such a Magnolia Park stan. And I don't know if this is like maybe rated really harshly because like everyone loves Magnolia, I don't know, so I'm going to go into it. I have listened to the Peter Pan audiobook because Sly's told me to do that, so I've done that, and I'm ready to start Never. I'm going to take it to work with me today, hopefully read some on the train and then just in my lunch break because I am so excited to read this book. I'm really excited, and this is my lowest rated one, so this could actually be a video for me because I failed the last challenge that I get behind, so we'll see.
Guys, we're back in my kitchen filming again because this seems to be the only place I seem to film. I am 10% into Fourth Wing. It's quite good actually. I'm not a fantasy like girly, but it's quite fast paced. Like you're basically like thrown straight into the action of seeing like Juliet like basically get has to like pass like a challenge or whatever to be part of the riders, whatever. So you're basically like in the action straight away, which is really good. So yeah, so I'm enjoying that.
It's 20 to 7 at night in the evening. It's a Wednesday evening. I've only just left work. I'm gonna do some reading on the train, which is literally the highlight of my day. I am 56 pages in, chapter 4.
There is one thing I can't seem to get on board with, and it's pronunciations of names in fantasy books. Okay, so we've just met the dragon, and the dragon's name is Tenanak, who is the son of Murtakudiem and Fire Clanfuel, descended from the cunning Dubmadin line. What? Look, just there, like, how am I supposed to know how to pronounce those words? That is the one thing in fantasy books I will never understand. Like, why make them so complicated?
It's currently Thursday. And I'm obviously reading Never. It's my lunch break. It's 1:30 in the afternoon and I am on page 112. So I don't know how to feel about Mr. Peter Pan. If any of you have read this book, then you'll know what I mean. I feel like maybe this is crushing the illusion because I literally loved Peter Pan in the book and then obviously the film, and I feel like his character in this is not being portrayed very nicely, so it's kind of killing him for me. I am Peter is not the nicest guy in the world. And she just loves him. It's giving BJ and Magnolia vibes in book 1. Anyway, I'll let you know how I get on. I'll keep you updated. Elisa's annotations are killing me. Peter Pan is a bollocking arsehole. She's put, agreed. I third see that, okay?
People who claim that reading fantasy books is stupid, I've learnt about 4 different words in this book that I didn't even know were actual words. The latest one that we have learnt is curmudgeon. I'm going to have to find out how you say this. The correct pronunciation is curmudgeon, and it means bad-tempered or surly, which never even heard that word before in my life. I learned that, and then I learned something else that meant like that they talk too much, but I can't remember what that word was. Oh my god, I'm becoming a genius.
I've just finished Never. I don't actually have the book up here. It's downstairs, I've realised. I've just got the cover. So let's pretend. Let's pretend that this is the book. But I've just finished Never. She loves a miscommunication trope. Like, she loves a little miscomm. Like, the ending, I was like, that could have been resolved if you'd have just like spoken to each other. Like, ugh! But I get it, it's part of a series. Book 2's coming next. It would have all been too easy for them to have been like lived happily ever after in book 1. I get that. I just hate it. But I think my official rating is going to be somewhere between like 3.5 and 4 stars, because it's not Magnolia Parks, obviously. So it's like, it wasn't like a 5-star read for me, but I did really enjoy it. I enjoyed the fantasy aspects of it, and it was a good book. I think like maybe people are really harsh on it because she is such a sort of well-known author for the Magnolia Parks universe, that maybe that's why, if I had to guess, that's why it was rated so poorly. And then I know there was kind of a little bit of controversy when the book came out about like her describing him as so tanned that he looked dirty or something. So I think there was like a little bit of maybe that's why. But in terms of reading my lowest rated book on Goodreads, I feel like I've had quite a good sort of turnout with that, because this was a good read. Like the world building, the like the characters, it was just pretty much like more romance than fantasy.
So I'm still reading Fourth Wing. I'm about 75% of the way through, and I'm really enjoying it still. Really enjoying it. I actually physically can't stand Dane. Like, there is nothing I hate more in this world than him. He's not even real, but like, he's so annoying and thinks he's protecting Violet, but actually just being a wet wipe, and it really annoys me. And I think I'm in love with Xaden. That is all I have to say. And I'm starting to get to like the good bit now. I mean, it's been good this whole time actually. I've really enjoyed the whole thing, which is very surprising. But I guess that is probably why it's top of my Goodreads list, because even people who aren't massive fantasy readers can enjoy it, because there's not like loads of world building. Obviously there's like the dragons and stuff, and the I guess not magic, but like whatever their powers would be, whatever you would call them. But yeah, like I'm really enjoying it.
This is the top rated book on my Goodreads. It's Saving Six by Chloe Walsh, and it is book 3 of the Boys of Tommen series, and it follows Joey and Aoife. So I'm really excited to read that, but I'm going to take a break because I need to finish the actual Boys of Tommen book. So the second book. Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. I've been waiting. Let's talk about it. I started this book on... We're Saturday today. I started this book on Thursday, maybe? Thursday evening, okay? Thursday evening. That's it. I finished Keeping 13 and I went straight into this one, because this is this series is my top rated book on Goodreads. So I had really high expectations for this. And also look how cute these things are. I know this is like everyone probably has these, but these like tabs work really well as bookmarks. So I just pop it in there, and then you've literally got all your tabs if you... I haven't tabbed loads, but yeah, started it on Thursday. I'm on page 243. I'm flying through this book. I am obsessed. I know people say that they prefer Joey and Aoife to Johnny and Shannon. I loved Johnny and Shannon, so I was like, okay, where are we going from here then? Because I love Johnny and Shannon. Joey and Aoife, sorry. Aoife is like everything that I want to be. Like, Aoife's like this cool girl. Like, as a teenager, in my head I was Aoife. I wasn't. Like, I literally wasn't. I just feel so sorry for Joey. I mean, like, it's traumatic, and I think their banter between the two of them, like, keeps it quite, like, so it's not too heavy. So I like what she's done there. Like, their banter is just, like, I think the banter is kind of what I was missing a little bit in Keeping and Binding 13. I mean, I know Gibbsy's there, and Gibbsy is all the banter, but yeah, these two, I'm living for this book, living, and I'm so glad that I'm, like, nearly 300 pages in, and I still have, like, all of this to go, because I'm flying through it, and I'm going to sit and read today. But yeah, there's a reason this is the top of my Goodreads, and thus far I am thoroughly in agreement with all of the people on Goodreads who have rated this so highly.
So we're still reading Fourth Wing. I am 86% through, and something I've said probably at every point that I've checked in about this book is Dane needs to just get a life. Like, no one cares. You're not that important. You're not that great. You're just actually just more annoying than anything else. And he's really starting to annoy me. I took like far too long a break, I think, when reading this, because I had other books to read for other videos. And now I'm just not that interested in the characters anymore. Like, I just don't care enough. And I think that is my issue, is I just do not care. So I'm getting through it. I've got about 2 hours left. I think it's been good, but Dane is just annoying me again.
How about we talk about two of my favourite Irish people? Oh, sorry, that was really hard. Joey and Aoife. I'm 340 pages in. I literally read, like, not that much last night because I went out with my girls for dinner, but it's Sunday today. I'm going to hopefully go and do a workout, get a matcha, and then come back and read. Because I'm 340 pages in, so I'm making great progress on this book, to be fair, and I'm just hooked. Like, I could literally read it, and I don't normally like slow burn romance, because this is very slow burn, like, and I get it, why it has to be slow burn, because, like, he has, this isn't a spoiler, but he has, like, trauma, like, with a capital T. So I get why he can't just be like, oh yeah, let me just open up and be in this relationship and, like, trust someone, because, like, he's literally never been able to trust a single person in his whole entire life. But that being said, their slow burn, I'm, like, eating it up. I mean, I can't wait until, obviously, like, things like, until they're together, but, like, I'm nearly 400 pages in, and we're, like, they're still friends. Also, I'm really enjoying that trope. Like, and I don't really, like, not I don't like that trope, but the books that I tend to read, like, the love interest, they're not like friends first, but I'm really enjoying the fact that these two are, like, good friends, and obviously, like, I won't give it away, but there's, like, something else going on, so there is, like, another aspect to that friendship, but I'm really enjoying the fact that they are, and I didn't think I would, but there's a reason that this book is, the most rated Goodreads on my Goodreads, because I am, like, I'm loving it. But I basically was saying to Elise, I'm not sure if I'm gonna, like, if I'm gonna go straight then into Redeeming 6, because I kind of don't want it to be, like, over. I might save that, because I might buy Redeeming 6 because I don't have it. Joey Lynch, I know he's an 18-year-old boy. I don't even think he's 17 at this point in the book, so he's words on paper, this isn't weird, but he is the love of my life. He's up there with Christian Hems and Nate Hawkins for me, like.
Why do all the best characters get killed off? Like, why can't, like, the annoying ones be, like, killed off in books? Like, why is it got to be the best characters? Like, that's just not fair. It's just not fair. I've got, like, 47 minutes left. I've got 5%. I'm on 95%. And I've just cried. I was into this book at the beginning. In the middle, I was bored. Now I'm starting to get back into it. And now one of my favourite characters in this whole book has died. And that's really actually quite upsetting.
I've just finished Saving 6. I have no words. I want to cry my flipping eyes out. I just feel so shit for Joey.
I've just finished Fourth Wing. The last chapter, right, here's what I think of the last chapter. 1, the chapter didn't need to change POV. It didn't need to be as long as it was. It could have been probably half the length from Violet's POV the whole time, because it's just weird switching it up at the end. And then it would have ended fine. Or just cut the whole chapter, like didn't need it. Second of all, the thing that I think I dislike the most in romance books, fantasy or whatever, anything like that, is when they're like basically like, I'm in love with her. You've known her for about 4 months. You're not in love with her. You obviously like her, but you're not in love with her. Yes, you fall in love with her, but you can fall for someone and not be in love with them. Like, there's obviously feelings there. You obviously really like them. You're not in love with her. I know it's a book, but it annoys me. It was a good book, but I think I left too long between like starting it and finishing it. So I've basically been reading this for like 2 months. Because obviously I've been picking up other books like in between and stuff like that. So I think I should have just read it all in one sitting. Do I think I'm gonna read Iron Flame? At the minute, it's a no, based on a couple of factors. 1, it's like when I saw G on Saturday, she was reading it and she told me she had 24 hours left. This book nearly killed me and it had 12, I think like 18 hours or something. So that's the first reason. Second reason, I'm not really sure if I'm that bothered. I was starting to get into a slump with this book. I quite enjoyed like the first half of it. Do I feel like it could have been shorter? Absolutely. Do I feel like we needed all the different, like I think there was like 3 different sex scenes. Like I said before, give me one, fine. Then make the rest of them closed door. Like I don't need it. Like it doesn't add anything to the story. You're not adding anything by like describing it all again. Like, do you know what I mean? But that's just personal preference because obviously everyone loves it. Do I think it deserves the rating it gets? Yes, I do think it was good. In my personal opinion, I'm not going to rate it that high. I think for me, it's probably going to be a 3.75. And that is mainly because there are a couple of things that obviously like, it wasn't like 100% perfect for me. It's not really my genre, like romantasy is not really my genre. So like it's never going to be like one of my favourite books. It's just not. So yeah, so I enjoyed it. I had a fun time. Do I think it's worth the hype? Yes, because obviously the dragon whole element is very different from any other fantasy, which I did like. I did like that bit. And I liked learning about kind of like all the like the way they're like the schools are like built and whatever. I just think it could have been shorter. But that's just me. That's my personal opinion. You might love this book. You might like the fact that it's like 1,400 hours long. I didn't need it to be that long. So next up, I need to read my lowest rated book, which is 100 Other Girls by Iman Hariri-Kia. I hope I've not like butchered it. This gets like 2.92, I think, on Goodreads, so that's very low. So it follows our main character, Nora. She's like an aspiring writer, she's a blogger, lives in New York. So I think it's like her getting like a job at basically like, I guess, Vogue, but obviously it's not called Vogue, but it's basically Vogue. So I should quite like this book because, you know, I love The Devil Wears Prada. It's one of my favourite films. And I wanted to be a journalist. So I'm hoping I'm going to like this one. But obviously we'll have to wait and find out. It's not as long, so that's a benefit. I think this is only like, I think it said like 6 hours or something. Which is fine. I can do that. That's easy. So yes, this is my next read. This is the book I'm reading for this challenge. And again, it's another little Kindle read, which is good. So I should get through this quite quickly. So I'll check in with you when I've got an update.
Good morning. I thought that I would just give you my final thoughts, feelings, emotions on Saving 6 because I had to take some time to digest. It's my little tabs. I finished it and then this was me after finishing it. Ready? Reenactment coming in 3, 2, 1. But like for an hour. That was me for an hour. This was the top. Well, this one actually wasn't the top of my Goodreads and Redeeming 6 was. But obviously I needed to read them in order because I'm not a serial killer. So I read Saving 6 and then obviously I have Redeeming 6 yet to read, which I don't think I can deal with their story being over. Like Joey and Aoife, like it's so deep. And when people say like, oh, does it need to be this deep? Yes, it does. yes, it does. Yeah, no, it really does. It could be deeper, you know, because I've resonated so much more with these characters, and I felt like I'm a lot like Aoife. So that was immediately she was like, I wanted to be her best friend, I wanted to be her. And then Joey was like, just broke my heart every other page. Like, obviously I won't give anything away, but Joey is 6. That's who she's trying to save, because he has some demons and his own stuff going on. So it's not just like a romance and a love story. Like, this is going on my greatest shelf, and I hope that I've heard that Redeeming 6 is like even better, because it's actually Redeeming 6, it was top of my Goodreads. So I'm so looking forward to that. But I thoroughly enjoyed this book. Like, I would say so far this has been, obviously aside from Magnolia Parks, because they're just always going to be a vibe for me, this has been the book that has made me feel the most in 2024 so far. And that I was just like, I think about them every day. Like, I finished reading this yesterday or the day before. It might have even been the day before. Yeah, I started Iron Flame yesterday, so it would have been the day before. And I've like thought about them. Like, there's a reason that this is the top of my Goodreads rated. It is so good. If you haven't started the Boys of Tommen series, I literally there's nothing to say. Like, I have nothing to say to you. Just do it. And that goes for you as well, Miss Fiancé, okay? That was aimed at you, Elise, yeah? I'm looking right at you.
Okay. I have a confession to make. I will not be reading 100 Other Girls. I think I didn't even make it to the end of the first chapter, and I just said to myself, I can't do this. I just can't. It was trying too hard to throw in too many kind of Gen Z points and make itself kind of way too like relevant to like everything. It was just throwing everything at it, and I was like, I can't even read further than this page, because it's actually starting to irk me and wind me up. I couldn't get into it, and so for that reason it's staying there as my lowest read on my TBR. So out of this video, Fourth Wing could have been higher if I'd have maybe just read it all in one sitting, but I did really enjoy it. 100 Other Girls, couldn't even get into it, so it's definitely not going to be one that I read. I'm not sure if Georgia's outroed her part of this video. I know she's had a much better reading experience in this video than I have. And I think she may have even found like a 6-star read in this. I can't remember which ones. But anyway, we hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want to see more of us reading kind of our Goodreads books and things that are on our lists, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and tell all your friends about us, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.